had a loaded agenda this year, as we always do, but we gave up a lot of our spots to guests who came in to update the community on different topics that we've been working on throughout the year. The first part of the presentation, first part of the agenda was Christy Huff Consulting, and Christy came in and presented on her findings of the parent and student consultation that we did starting this past spring. Christy went out and interviewed and focus groups and surveyed and got feedback from parents and students in the community, people who about their education and experience over the several years, and presenting that to the community was really important. And she went into great detail, so parents were invited to ask questions and are invited to get a copy of the report, the summary report. They just need to come to the education center, ask for Daryl and Horn, and they can get copies of the documents that were disseminated at the AGA. From there, we went to the Kahnawake Survival School lands update, looking at the project with KOR. So Regan Tarbell and Lisa Phillips from Kahnawake Hongwawana Dijoko Language and Cultural Center were there to provide a very informative update about the lands for looking at the feasibility study for their new building, and they're looking at lands adjacent to Survival School. Robin Delarone, the Director of Education, gave her update on curriculum development within the KEC and the schools. It was a 5-year curriculum plan, and looking back at all the work that they've been doing on curriculum development of our Niumkwarihoda program, and looking forward into what we're going to be doing in the coming years, and also looking at her arm of the organizational structure and how much growth there has been. So her presentation, as well as Louis John Daibo's presentation, who's our Director of Finance and Administration. His presentation is available on our website, as they all are.
I have to every year give the parents an update on where we are financially, and I had good news again this year. We announced, last year we had an increase of about $3 million in revenue, which we invested back into the schools. One of the main things that I said we're working on this year is the teacher compensation grid, which is very important because we know we have lost competitiveness in some areas because our pay grid is so outdated. So it's a big priority that I wanted to present and talk about tonight.
Deidre Diome presented on a very important part of Combined Schools Committee work, which was the legislation update. Over the past year, the Combined Schools Committee has been working so hard to review and to update the Kahnawake Education Responsibilities Act, the Constitution and bylaws of the Combined Schools Committee, and they've also been looking at the governance procedural manual, which includes in-school committee procedures. She did provide some information as well as drafts of some of these documents, which are also available on our website, www.kecedu.ca. But we really want the community to stay keep their ears and eyes open in January, because we're going to be starting the ratification process for the legislation, and that's going to involve a lot of community feedback. So we're going to have sessions where the community can come in and look at the documents as they are now, as they've been reviewed, and provide their input, and before it goes to the final process, which is the this approval process. The AGA is a really wonderful opportunity to almost get your answers right there, to follow up right away, to get feedback, and to move towards getting answers for questions that you have. So I'm hoping that in the future we're able to, promote it more to get a better turnout, because it's a really great opportunity for the community to come out and get information.